my first experience with New Orleans was like moving there for 4 months. I will
Mhm.
say June, July, August, September in New Orleans can like let's talk about humidity. Let's talk about frizz control. Let's talk about how good JV and hair blowout milk is because it really had me like fighting that frizz and everyone else's it really had everyone's hair looking great if I do say so myself.
You are partnering, obviously, with Fresh Step to inspire cat and kitten adoptions. So, what more can you tell us about this partnership?
Well, this is National Kitten Day is on July 10th, and
Right.
I love National Kitten Day. We're a big fan of that. But yeah, I mean, I have 5 cats, and being a cat parent and just a pet parent in general, but especially a cat parent, has just been a huge part of my life. It's been a huge part of the way that I have kind of healed and found a lot of joy in my life.
Right.
And without cats, I would just really honestly, not even hyperbolically, like not being hyperbolic, I don't even know where I would be. Like cats have just
Mhm.
brought so much love into my life and also some of my like best friends and favorite people like I've met, through being like fellow like cat parents or like fellow cat lovers. And so I just think it's really important for us to celebrate and cats and kittens and what they bring to all of our lives. Like it's really real. It's not like this, you know, it's really real, like what cats and uh what our little animals bring to us. So that's that. But then also this is really interesting, but 2.1 million cats last year across there was 2.1 million cats entered shelters last year, and
Yeah.
about half of them didn't get adopted. So that's like
Mm.
1.1 million cats who need beautiful homes. They need like loving homes. And look at how gorgeous they are.
Yeah.
So that, and also like a source of a lot of why cats end up getting rehomed or brought back to the shelter is because of like litter box rejection,
Mm.
or it's like marking around the house or like not using the litter box correctly. And so there's some things that we can do to really be prepared for our animal adoption to make sure that that doesn't happen. And also, by the way, if you've ever been on the fence about like wanting to adopt a cat, if this is like your moment in your life, from July 10th to July 16th, if you live in the 7 cities where there's a gorgeous Best Friends Animal
Yeah.
Society, you will get your gorgeous adoption fees covered by Fresh Step. So if you're just like, because obviously inflation out here, honey, it is a thing.
Yeah.
From July 10th to the 16th, honey, you're going to get all your adoption fees covered. Best Friends Animal Society. Oh, the allergies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is the time. So,
Yeah.
and locations in Manhattan, Los Angeles, Houston, Arkansas,
Hmm.
Atlanta,
Okay.
Utah, literally so many places. But I definitely know from all my animals are rescues, like all my cats, all my dogs, and there's usually like a good, adoption fee. Like it's usually a couple hundred
Yeah.
dollars. So this is a really good way to get in there and save. And I really appreciate Fresh Step going out of their way to partner with Best Friends Animal Society because they have helped so many cats. They provide litter, they provide, resources, finances. They provide a lot to help more cats find homes. And if you've ever thought about it, like I just can't tell you how much joy they bring to your life.
Absolutely. And it's interesting that you bring up that up when it comes to adoption. What advice do you have for those who want to adopt for the first time?
Do it. It's exciting. I do think that there are certain, like if you already have a cat and you're like scared about potentially like introducing a new cat, there's so many great resources on like YouTube and like just like information on like how to like integrate like cats into your home. And it's usually like the new cat has like a separate like safe space. Usually it's like a bathroom, and you keep
Mhm.
the door closed, and then you feed like the cat that was already at the house and the new cat like on either side of the door, so they kind of like associate mealtime like with each other, not so they'll eat each other, but so that they'll be like, ooh, whenever this
Yeah.
cat's around, like I get my food. So that's kind of fun. So there are like a lot of ways that you can make sure that like that integration goes along seamlessly so that you don't end up with like cats that hate each other, because sometimes if you just like
Mhm.
throw 2 cats together, like it can get a little squirrely. So it's good to like, I can say Jackson Galaxy, can I? Jackson Galaxy is someone who I follow, who I'm a really big fan of, and I've learned a lot about just like being a better
Mhm.
cat parent from him. He has so much good advice, and he does a lot of really good content around that. So I definitely want to shout out his resources. But again, July 10th to 16th, to celebrate National Kitten Day, Fresh Step stepping in, literally to cover all of those adoption fees at all of Best Friends Animal Society, all across the country, all 7 locations. So I love that. And also, like, when you support Fresh Step, they can do more to help animals. So I know where I'm getting my clumping litter, which, by the way, I do use, and it smells so nice. There's this like new one that has this like little Febreze like concentrate in it, honey.
Yeah.
So like it really does like help your house not stink, which I love. Like it just makes the litter like work a little harder. And it's not giving like, remember that one commercial that was like, what's worse than like, the smell of like sardines, like it's like sardines covered with potpourri or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Like that. It really does. It's giving that neutralizing Febreze technology. You know what I'm saying? Like it really like it neutralize, it's not covering, it's like neutralize. Get out of here. So can you handle how cute Jacob is? I love cats who have human first names.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's like, I'm obsessed with you too, Jacob.
And with you having 5 cats, can it be difficult to just take care of them, or are you used to it by now?
Well, thank God I'm not a single parent, which like I know sounds like, no, I'm like, my husband helps me so much. And
yeah,
I think the biggest challenge is probably like if you are like working all day, or if you're like out of town, like making sure that there's someone who like really like loves them and takes care of them. I got like some high maintenance cats. I don't know if that comes as a shock, but like my cats really need like love and affection. They get fed twice a day. Like they can't just, I don't have those cats where you just, and actually I think it's a myth that cats are just like, I mean, they are more low maintenance than dogs, but like they love to cuddle and like be friends, and like they're very social. Like they really love their humans,
Absolutely. Yeah, I can definitely see that. And along with what you have going on with Fresh Step, your Netflix series Queer Eye just aired the 7th season. So how was it being in New Orleans for this previous season?
Oh my gosh, it was really fun. I didn't know like what to expect exactly, because my first experience with New Orleans was like moving there for 4 months. I will say June, July, August, September in New Orleans, let's talk about humidity. Let's talk about frizz control. Let's talk about how good JV hair blowout milk is, because it really had me like fighting that frizz, and everyone else's. It really had everyone's hair looking great, if I do say so myself. But no, not to talk about that first, because it's not the most important. But no, the people were just amazing, and I was so proud of our heroes this season. I mean, I think our heroes brought in so much vulnerability and so much courage to speak to their stories, because it's a lot to like get up in front of like all of the Netflix or like subscribers and talk about some of your biggest pain and some of your biggest trauma, especially when I think about Mary or Speedy. I mean, they went through a lot, and they really got out there and like talked about their biggest traumas, like really vulnerably and really bravely. And I just thought this season had so much joy. And even Stephanie, I thought was so special. The frat boys episode was so special. Even Dan, the deli man, honey. I just thought everyone was so amazing. And New Orleans is such a cool city that is unlike, it has like a spirit and an energy and like this tangible essence that is like unlike any other city in the United States. It is really cool. And like the architecture, the people, the food, it's an incredible place. So I'm so glad to experience it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And there's no news on season 8 right now, but do you believe the show will be renewed for another season?
Honey, let's do 27 seasons.
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm ready to like go to different cities when I'm like 64 with the boy. Just like give it to me and Tan. He's already silver, but like I'll just look exactly how I am now, but with really silver hair, and probably like 15 cats. Because maybe I'll have like 3 houses next door to each other. So it would be like okay to have that many cats,
Mm-hmm.
I'm always trying to figure out like how can I like safely have more cats where it's like not giving hoarders, it's giving like safety, health, and like enough space for everyone. But like this cat is so, can you guys even handle it in this like can you like the markings on this cat?
Oh yeah.
The adoption fees on this cat are covered from July 10th to the 16th. Available now in Manhattan at Best Friends Animal Society. Jacob is stunning and ready for your love and affection.